Hi guys, hope you're all having a good day. I had a really bad night last night. I didn't get not one single wink of sleep. Have you ever just had one of those nights where you go to bed and you're you're so tired, your body is so worn out, but then you get in bed and then you just lay there and toss and turn with things on your mind all night long? Everything and everybody on your mind, and that's all you can think about. Your mind continuously going on and on and on without stopping. I had to get up. I got up, took an anxiety pill, thought that might help, but that didn't even help really. I went back to bed, still didn't get no sleep. So I'm just really tired and worn out today. It's giving me a headache, so I'll be taking my migraine medicine here later on. My headache's not that bad right now, but you know, if you've ever had a migraine, you can tell, you can feel when one's coming on. And I got the feeling that by the way, my headache's starting to hurt around my eye, that I'll be feeling it pretty good later. So I'll be taking a Imitrex here. That's my migraine medicine here in a little bit. They gave me shots, but I went to the pills because the shots you had to put them in a certain way, and they never showed me how to do it, and I had never done it before, and you had to do it through a vial and all that, and I had never done that before, so I told them just try the pills first, see if they work, and they help. They've been helping a little, so. But anyways, guys, enough about my drama for today. Sherm went to Walmart and had his eye appointment this morning, so he's getting new glasses. So he got that done. I was going to go with him, was the plan, but I just didn't feel like it. I was so worn out, where I hadn't gotten any sleep. So he just went by himself. But anyway, guys, we will continue today with our Bible reading where we left off yesterday, with Luke 12:8 through 34. I tell you, whoever acknowledges me before men, the Son of Man will also acknowledge before God's angels. But the one who denies me before men will be denied before God's angels. And everyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven, but the person who blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. But when they bring you before the synagogues, the rulers, and the authorities, do not worry about how you should make your defense or what you should say, for the Holy Spirit will teach you at that moment what you must say. Then someone from the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide his inheritance with me." But Jesus said to him, "Man, who made me a judge or arbitrator between you two?" Then he said to them, "Watch out and guard yourself from all types of greed, because one's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions." He then told them a parable. The land of a certain rich man produced an abundant crop. So he thought to himself, "What should I do, for I have nowhere to store my crops?" Then he said, "I will do this. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my grain and my goods. And I say to myself, you have plenty of goods stored up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, and celebrate." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded back from you. But who will get what you have prepared for yourself? So it is the one who stores up riches for himself, but is not rich towards God." Then Jesus said to his disciples, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or about your body, what you will wear. For there is more to life than food, and more to the body than clothing. Consider the ravens. They do not sow or reap. They have no storeroom or barn, yet God feeds them. How much more valuable are you than the birds? And which of you, by worrying, can add an hour to his life? So if you cannot do such a very little thing as this, why do you worry about the rest? Consider how the flowers grow. Do they not work or spin? Yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his glory was clothed like one of these. And if this is how God's clothed in wild grass, which is here today and tomorrow is tossed into the fire to heat the oven, how much more will he clothe you, you people of little faith? So do not overly concern about what you will eat and what you will drink, and do not worry about such things. For all the nations of the world pursue these things, and your Father knows that you need them. Instead, pursue his kingdom, and these things will be given to you as well. Do not be afraid, little flock, for your Father is well pleased to give you the kingdom. Sell your possessions and give to the poor. Provide yourselves purses that do not wear out, a treasure in heaven that never decreases, where no thief approaches and no moth destroys. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. That was Luke 12:8 through 34. Now we will read Psalm 78:32 through 55. Despite all this, they continued to sin, and did not trust him to do amazing things. So he caused them to die, unsatisfied and filled with terror. When he struck them down, they sought his favor. They turned back and longed for God. They remembered what God was, their protector, and that the sovereign God was their deliverer. But they deceived him with their words and lied to him. They were not really committed to him, and they were unfaithful to his covenant. Yet he is compassionate. He forgives sin and does not destroy. He often holds back his anger and does not stir up his fury. He remembered that they were made of flesh and were like a wind that blows past and does not return. How often they rebelled against him in the wilderness and insulted him in the desert. They again challenged God and offended the Holy One of Israel. They did not remember what he had done, how he delivered them from the enemy when he performed his awesome deeds in Egypt, and his act of judgment in the region of Zon, for it turned their rivers into blood, and they could not drink from their streams. He sent swarms of biting insects against them, as well as frogs, that overran their land. He gave their crops to the grasshopper, the fruit to their labor to the locust. He destroyed their vines with hail, and their sycamore fig trees with drizzling rain. He rained hail down on their cattle, and hurled lightning bolts down on their livestock. His raging anger lashed out against them. He sent fury, rage, and trouble, and messengers who bring disaster. He sent his anger in full force. He did not spare them from death. He handed their lives over to destruction. He struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, the first fruits of their reproductive power in the tents of Ham. Yet he brought out his people like sheep and led them through the wilderness like a flock. He guided them safely along, while the sea covered their enemies. He brought them to the border of his holy land, to this mountainous land which his right hand acquired. He drove the nations out from before them. He assigned them their tribal allotments and allowed the tribes of Israel to settle down. That was Psalm 78:32 through 55. And last but not least, we have Proverbs 12:21 through 23. The righteous do not encounter any harm, but the wicked are filled with calamity. The Lord abhors a person who lies, but those who deal truthfully are his delight. The shrewd person conceals knowledge, but foolish people publicize folly. Again, Proverbs 12:21 through 23. I always read it twice sometimes because it's so short. The righteous do not encounter any harm, but the wicked are filled with calamity. The Lord abhors a person who lies, but those who deal truthfully are his delight. The shrewd person conceals knowledge, but foolish people publicize folly. Okay, guys, that was today's Bible reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I might see you guys later on today with some Bible readings, depending on how bad my headache gets later on. If not, then I will see you guys tomorrow with tomorrow's Bible reading. I love you guys. Hope you have a great day. God bless. Let's bring those souls to Jesus. I love you guys. Bye.